How can surfaces be best protected? By giving them a coat. And by coat, we obviously mean the right coating. It protects your surfaces and components against dirt, direct sunlight, weather, and corrosion. Similar to when using adhesives, the choice of product for an outstanding surface protection largely depends on the application or the surface structure. In many cases, our metal sprays are the go-to option. Metal sprays are synthetic resins enriched with metal pigments, and thus ideal for surface and corrosion protection. Spray cans always contain an active ingredient and a propellant. Most metal sprays also contain a so-called mixing pea. By shaking the can, the mixing pea begins to move and blends the synthetic resins with the metal pigments. The propellant, consisting of, for example, propane and butane, applies pressure to the active ingredient, which causes the two ingredients to mix and allows you to spray easily out of the can. That's why it's important to shake the can before use, and for longer periods of use, to make sure you reshake it every now and again. Before applying the spray, we recommend that you try it out on a piece of cardboard to get a feel for the spray jet. Because of the spray mist, make sure when applying to spray at a 90-degree angle. Apply the spray in a crosswise pattern, from top to bottom and from left to right. For optimal results, repeat this process. Keep shaking the can from time to time, as the emitted propellant may cause cold condensation. This would interfere with an even application. Here, some of our classics and top sellers are sink sprays. They provide a long-lasting, active and cathodic corrosion protection. If you start using our products early enough, you will save yourself a lot of rust and hassle. So, how does the sink work on the surface? Due to the effect of moisture, the sink turns into zinc oxide and increases in volume. This prevents the formation of cracks and makes it more difficult for moisture to penetrate. A distinction can be made between flake-based and bead-based zinc coatings. When humidity hits the zinc, it takes a different path depending on the type of coating. A relatively easy path through the beads and an entwined one through the flakes. So the flakes are used to build up thinner layers and the beads to build up thicker ones. Depending on the type of application, you can either go for the flake or the dust coating. If not only corrosion protection and weather resistance are of importance for you, then you can opt for a bit of glamour. Choose from our wide range of effective surface coatings with a decorative finish. With the right kind of helper, you can give specialty tools or special components the right protection. With Cara protection, for example, you can protect precision tools with a thin, waxy layer. With the help of our isolation spray, you can protect and preserve electronic components. It adheres not only to metal, but also to wood, plastic, and other surfaces. But what can you do if one of your surfaces wasn't treated and has already suffered from ambient conditions? Just think of rusty old fittings, rusty metal surfaces, your old tools, but don't worry, you can still save all of these things. For example, by neutralizing rust with our rust converter. Seized up screws, for example, can be loosened with our rust loosener or with our chemical wrench rust shock. In order to protect surfaces and counteract corrosion and abrasion, there are a wide range of other products. These are especially intended for larger surfaces or extreme conditions. But we're going to look at those another time. See you soon and stick at it.